What's good, people? So I was intentionally going to do a knack review. Knack for the PS4. I was intentionally going to do a review for that. I have not beat the game, therefore I cannot do a review. Also, a reason I cannot do a review is because right now I have got more issues with the PS4 on the fact that this game is a only on PS4 game, and the handling of this game than that of being able to make an honest to God review for it. And the reason I have more issues with it is because I find myself going to say the same thing over and over for only on games for this generation of games on the PlayStation, because of the control schemes behind the games of this generation when it comes to the PS4 versus the Xbox One. I don't know if they have the same problems or not because I don't own an Xbox One. However, a friend of mine does. Now, if he tells me they're the same, then, we have a big problem. Now, I'm going to address the problems that I see on the PlayStation 4 because I feel like this needs to be addressed. November is right around the corner. That means the PS4 will be 2 years old this coming up year. And this needs to fucking stop. First of all, knack. There is nothing wrong with this game visually. That is all. Visually, Knack is a great looking game, but that is where it ends. It is a stunning looking game. But aside from it looking good, this game has a shit ton of problems. The fact that we can look at the controller, and we'll start right here. This is a light. This light does not turn off. This light is constantly on when your system is on. So this thing is on all the time. And if you have it on rest mode at a lower thing, this light is also on to charge because you have it plugged in to charge. So that light is on constantly. One thing also, this light is also an indicator of what player you are. Mine is always this shade because I've only got one controller, so this is player 1. Alright, but this also can be used in video games. And it's only ever been used, from what I've seen, in Infamous Second Son as indicator to say doing like this to shake up a can of spray paint. I have not ever seen this be used in any other fucking game. I've not had that many games, but I've never seen this used. I know they talk about using this light in a lot of fucking previews and in a lot of fucking demos, but I've yet to see it. Now, let's talk about this thing right here. This is a big fucking button. A lot of games use this touchpad as just, I don't know if you can hear that, the click of it. That is what they use it for. It's a touchpad, not a click button, but a touchpad. The only game I've ever seen use the touchpad as a touchpad, meaning you swipe or up-down motion, is Killzone. I have actually come across no other game to use this as a touchpad other than Killzone Shadowfall. Now, why do I say this? Because with Knack and the fact that it was a launch title, only used 2 buttons. From over here, we have the square and the X button, jump, attack. That's it. You had the attack and jump buttons, and then you had, let's see if I'm holding, this is your movement. Okay, that's it. There was nothing else. That's it. You didn't use any of the shoulder buttons up here, nothing. And I realized that this was a launch title. However, I feel like that is a step way back, like PlayStation 1 back, because for a game to go that far back to have absolutely jack dick for showing off what the system can do, when we're in an age where Nintendo launches games that show off what its controllers can do. With the Wii, it was the Wii Sports Resort, and then with the Wii U, it was Nintendo Land, Nintendo Land, where it has 9 mini games to try to instruct you on how to use the system, which is a tutorial game. They release games like Knack, which are visually great. Visually, they're great, but seriously, attack, jump, move. That's it. And then their next project is basically an 8-hour fucking movie. Granted, this got you more involved because you were like, the story of the game is good and it's visually entertaining, but visually and story don't make up for the lack of actually being able to be involved doing this. Do you see what the problem with the PlayStation is becoming? It's visually great, but it's lacking your involvement, therefore your interest doesn't exist. And like I said, I've been waiting on the damn thing to show me what the fuck this thing can do. Because it's supposed to be decades ahead of this thing, which is the PS2 controller, and eons above the PS3. But yet I've yet to come across a game that can say, hey, this is what this thing can fucking do. I have both games, if you take these two into consideration, but I don't like playing them separate. I want one game. One fucking game, take both of these, smash them into one, to show off the whole entire thing is what it can do. I don't know if the game exists or not, because I know PlayStation is like, well, we want developers to develop anything they want. But PlayStation, notice you have original IP. This is your game. You make original IP, so why are you not releasing original IP from your studio where it shows off what the fuck you can do? Christ, Microsoft has original IP, granted it's Halo and Fable and Forza, but you have original IP too. Same as Nintendo. You all have original IP. Why are you not showing off what the fuck this thing can do in its first fucking year? And then you have the audacity to ask for hundreds of dollars. If you're going to ask for hundreds of dollars, please come out with a reason why this thing is so goddamn more important than last generation's. Because I don't understand it. I don't think anybody does. Well, if you buy this game over here, we'll show you why one of these new and improved features is important. No, bitch, I want it all in one fucking game. You did it for the Vita. Unfortunately, it was Drake's Uncharted The Golden Abyss. And we haven't seen a game like that since. And I know that's a bold statement. However, I personally haven't seen one since. And that's why I don't own a Vita. Because I feel like that type of game should be constantly coming out. That's the type of game we want on the Vita. That's the type of game we deserve on the Vita. And you haven't given us that type of game since Golden Abyss, where we use everything the Vita can do, but we won't see that type of IP on the Vita ever again. You made that abundantly clear, so fuck you and the Vita. That's why it doesn't sell. Even if you were to support the Vita, you wouldn't understand that's the kind of game we want. Games that Nintendo releases for their 3DS use the function of the 3DS. That's why they have support for it. That's what you've never understood. You're like, I don't understand why the 3DS is doing good. It's not like one of their highest selling games, but this actually uses a lot of features from the 3DS to play on it. That's what you've never understood. When they release a product, they release a tutorial game that's entertaining and fun, that helps you figure out what the fuck the system is. And granted, a lot of people had an issue with Sports Resort, but it explained it in a reasonable way. And it was fun and people kept playing it. It was one of the highest played games on the Wii. But you've yet to release this for your PS4 because you think you're hot shit again. Your head is starting to expand to that unreasonable fucking size again. After fucking deflating to get your cells back on point, you're still not there yet. We know that. But the point that I'm making is, I don't have that many PS4 games. I probably won't ever have that many PS4 games. And I know a lot of people probably have massive collections. They're probably like, oh, I've got like every PS4 game on the market. If you do, that's you. I won't. I can't do that. And it's not because they're not fun, but because PlayStation is making a key error. They're making a huge mistake. You're giving us this great piece of technology, but you're not explaining it. You're not giving us a key game. You're not giving us a game in which it's deserving of actual money, of actual fucking profit. Okay? You're making that mistake the 360 made, which is, here's a 360, give us your money. Why? Why should I invest in the 360? Because we have games. That doesn't tell me anything. Well, here's a Call of Duty. So? That still doesn't do anything for me. But it's Call of Duty. So you're gonna pander to that type of crowd. Sony, did you forget your basis? Your fan base, majority of your fans are these people. They're RPG fans. Your whole basis, Sony, has been RPG fans. They're not casual gamers. They're hardcore gamers, yes. But they're the Final Fantasy RPG fan, JRPG fans. That's your fan base. You have to explain this. Get one fucking game a year where it shows off everything the PS4 can do. That's all you need to do. One game a year. Here we are, year 2 coming up in November. So you need 2 fucking games this year that make the PS4 really fucking shine. Don't worry about graphics. You've already got graphics covered. But damn, make use of this. Please make use of that. Like, have the fucking flashlight, you know, where you gotta see fucking doing that. Because it don't make any fucking sense. If it's not supposed to make sense, at least release a statement saying that shit. So people like me quit worrying about it. Because I'm sitting here with a $450 piece of equipment. And I'm going, do I need to invest in a fucking PlayStation camera? Because I don't know. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I have no idea. I have no idea if I'm wasting my money. I have no idea if I'm wasting my time. I knew I was wasting time if I had invested in the PS3 just by looking at the damn thing. But I'm like, man, Sony's PS4 looks like it could be a great investment. But I have no idea because I'm looking at the system now. And I'm like, where is the game that really shines? Like, I realize it's only year 2. And I realize that Sony never has that game until like year 3. However, man, I don't think it should take that long for this generation, considering all the shit that happened last generation. But maybe I'm wrong. You see what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wrong in thinking that you got your shit together finally. But maybe I'm wrong in thinking you changed up that much, because I saw the video where you really did some damage to Xbox's reputation with this is how you trade games with fucking PlayStation. Here you go. I saw that and was like, fuck, Xbox might got, you know, their ass handed to them by Sony, and Sony might really be doing some damage. But man, I'm probably more wrong than right. And I'm starting to really think that shit because I don't think you got your shit together. You feel me? I'm thinking about taking in everything except for these. I'm thinking about it, man. Except for Destiny, Batman, and Knack. And that's only because I have no idea how far I have left to go in Knack. But I'm thinking about it. And like I said, it's because I have no idea what to get to really show me what this system can do. So, like I said, I wanted to do a review for Knack because I wanted to say positive things about it, but I can't because it's a game that doesn't use this to its full potential. I want a game that shows me what this system can really fucking do. And I feel like it's gonna only be the ones that are only on the system. But what game is that? Does anyone fucking know? If you know, fucking tell me, cause fuck, I wanna know. Anyway, I gotta get the hell up out of here. Deuces.